We are live, and we're going to be tackling, as you can see, the topic of limiting beliefs, getting rid of limiting beliefs. Well, the question is, what are limiting beliefs? If I can break this down in the simplest way, I'll simply say this: it's beliefs that are limiting you from experiencing that which you would like to experience. There are beliefs that holds you back, right? And many of us do have those. So if I ask the question right now, what are your limiting beliefs? And maybe if you're watching this live and you want to participate, I mean, encourage you to make a comment and just put your limiting belief. And it doesn't have to be anything too personal. It could be limiting beliefs around success, around making money online. It could be whatever it is, relationships. Put that in the comment section if you're watching live. And if you're watching this on replay, you can still comment, but put hashtag replay. But limiting beliefs, as I mentioned, is simply beliefs that are holding you back from something that you need to do. Your best self, your best skill being manifested. That is a limiting belief that could be holding you back from that. And we're going to talk about that in this presentation right now as you're watching. But let me give you the definition of what we're going to be working with. This is a working definition where we're going to be working with tonight as you watch this. And so limiting beliefs are, and this is from markmanson.net, and you can find this at different places, but limiting beliefs are false beliefs that prevent us from pursuing our goals and desires. Make sure that that's part you really hone in on, because that's the crux of the matter. They are false beliefs that prevent us from pursuing our goals and desires. So if I ask you, what are some goals or desires that you are being held back from? What are some goals or desires that you have not achieved or even gone after because of a belief that holds you back from that? Think about that for a second. And I'm going to share with you in a few moments three ways to overcome, to bust through limiting beliefs. I know firsthand because I have had several limiting beliefs. It may not be just one, it may be a number of limiting beliefs. One of my limiting beliefs was around money. I grew up in a family that, of course, money, we all need money, but going after money, it was something that was considered to be sinful, wrong. And I would be told, and here's how I heard it: money is the root of all evil. Now, that was not what was said, but that's how I heard it. Really, what it says, the love of money is the love of it is the root of all evil. But I heard it in that manner. And then I was also taught in some directly or indirectly that you're greedy if you're going after money. So to pursue that. Now, I'm sure it wasn't like pursuing money for money just for the sake of having money, but it's what money can do. It is a currency that allows you to do certain things that if you had no money, you could not do, right? So I had a limiting belief that says, maybe I'm not cut out for that. Maybe I should not go for that. And here's the reason why. And so going back to the definition is limiting beliefs can keep you from doing important things, right? Limiting beliefs can keep you from doing important things like applying for your dream job or finding the relationship you want or leaving the one you don't want. Now, I really think that many people today, including possibly you, are being held back from your best version of yourself, and what your potential could be is not unleashed because of a limited belief. Now, before I get into that, I want to share a couple of things with you, and that is this. At the end or towards the end of this presentation, this video, as you're watching, I want to make you a presentation, an offer that you hopefully your limiting beliefs will not hold you back from. And it is around making 2021 your best year. And what you're going to want to go to is at some point, you want to go to kingslegrand.com/best year. Actually, I'm going to let that scroll on the bottom right there. You're going to go to kingsgrant.com/best year. Just type in best year, and you'll be able to access what I'll share with you towards the end. But I want to share with you 3 ways of overcoming limiting beliefs. And just in case you're wondering who is this person, Kingsley Grant. Well, I am the host of the Kingsley Grant Show, a podcast that is held. You can access that at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You can access that at, actually, just go to kingsgrant.com/podcast and you can access it right there. kingsgrant.com/podcast. You can access it right there. Now, that show has to do with leadership and emotional intelligence, and it's available on many of the platforms that I've just described: Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, just to name it, Spotify, just to name a few. You can access that there as well. Now, I share with you about my own limiting beliefs and what that was like. Now, let me then go through what it is. How do you overcome? How do you overcome limiting beliefs? How do you overcome limiting beliefs? Let me share with you 3 things. And again, as I mentioned before, at the end of this presentation, this live video, and if you're watching, put #live. If you want to make a comment or ask a question or just say hi, make sure you comment in below, right? Comment in as you're listening and watching. I'd love to engage with you, and make sure you hit the heart button. Give me a heart. So hit the heart button that you like and you love this, what you're hearing. I would really appreciate that, right? So here are then the 3 things you need to overcome limiting beliefs. And as I said before, I have an offer of, you might have a limiting beliefs around making money, around becoming financially free and financially secure. And maybe that's holding you back. So how do you go about overcoming that? Well, the first thing you need to do is this. You've got to name the belief. Name the belief. Identify what it is. Write it down. What is that belief? So I could say, for example, my limiting belief was I was too old when I first started my going back to school. Went back to school at the latter part of my life. And my limiting belief was I was too old. It's going to take me too long. And, just really a late start. That was my limiting belief. And so I named that. And so then I was able to use and talk to someone about my limiting belief and have some people talk some sense in my head, right? So I named it. You've got to name it. You've got to write it down at the place to start. So go ahead and write down what is your limiting belief. Let's write down one. When it comes to, stay on this topic. When it comes to money, making wealth, creating wealth, just whatever however you want to frame that. What's your belief around that? Is there a limiting belief around that? Well, take that further. Around the relationship, around a job. Is there a limiting belief around that? Write that down. That's the first thing you've got to do, is name the belief. Second thing you've got to do is frame the belief. So name it and frame it. What do I mean by that? Framing it is simply saying, it's acknowledging it's only a belief. Frame it as just what it is, a belief. It's not reality. It's just a belief that you have, right? So if you frame that as just a belief and nothing more, is not the truth. Of course, it's your truth, but it's not that truth. It is how you're thinking about something, how you've been brought up. That is what's happening right here. So you frame that as just a belief. So I could say to myself, Kingsley, you're having a belief around that's holding you back, is that you're too old for something. Is that really true? And then I have to actually, once I frame it that way, I got to find a way to debunk or dispute that. I had to debunk or dispute it by looking at, are there other people like myself who have done what I want to do? Is it possible, right? Is it attainable? And if you listen to one of my past videos about SMART goals, I hope you listen to that video. If you have not yet, you can go to my YouTube channel and access it there, so you can actually have a chance to see that, right? And I want to encourage you to do that. So you are going to frame the belief as just a belief. That's what it is. And the third thing you're going to do after you frame the belief is you're going to tame the belief. So name it, frame it, and tame it. Tame it is simply this: is finding an alternative belief to insert in where your belief is currently. I had to find an alternative belief that says, Kingsley, are there people at your age who have made money, have gone back to school and completed their degree? Yes. Okay. So how did they do that? So I had to tame my belief by inserting a new belief around what it is was holding me back. And I had to then work my way in, but I had to also get people around me, the right people around me. And it could be a coach, it could be a mentor. And as speaking about mentor, one of my mentor who's really working with me on this new idea for 2021 is doing something that you want to, and I want to give you access to that in a few moments. But if your belief is that you cannot have, as Henry Ford says, if you believe you can't, or you believe you can, you are right. Let me say that again. If you believe you can't, or you believe you can, you are right. Your belief shapes your behavior. So if I believe that I could, which I started believing that I could, long story short, I believed I could, went back to school late in life, got my degree, and have had my degree and my license in psychotherapy for many years now. Because I changed my belief. And that has applied to many, many areas of my life. And so what are your beliefs? What do you need to do differently? Now, I want to share with you then an idea, because I know that here's what happened. Remember, quickly, just remember this, give you the, let's remove this, right? This banner. So we talked about limiting beliefs, what they are: false beliefs that prevent us from pursuing our goals and desires. What if I told you that you could pursue a goal? Okay, you could pursue a goal that you may say, I don't know how to do that. What if I told you that possibly for 2021, you could make a six-figure income in 2021? Would you believe that? See, this is where your beliefs are going to be challenged. Would you believe you could make a six-figure income? What if you had someone who'd done it, showed you how? Specifically, how to do that step by step. Would you believe that? Well, this is an opportunity that I mentioned earlier. How to grow a six-figure business in 2021 is on fire, man. Okay. And so this my mentor coach is going to do this in January. How to grow a six-figure business in 2021 on autopilot, even if you are brand new and have no idea where to start. Imagine having nowhere to start. What belief do you need to have now to change that? What are you believing right now? What do you need to believe differently? Now, we can help you. I can help you, but also this group, inviting you in is a very helpful group. And like I mentioned before, if you're interested in that, let me encourage you to go to this, scrolling at the bottom. You see at the bottom right there, right? It says KingsleyGrant.com. Say that with me. Best year. KingsleyGrant.com/best year. Go there. Access. It's all spelled out for you of how you can actually do what it is I am suggesting, how you can actually do this right here. And I'm going to be a part of that group with you to help you in any way I can. So, my friend, I hope tonight you are challenged about your belief, right? Remember, 3 things you've got to do, right? Say that with me. The first thing you got to do is name it. Second thing is frame it. And the third thing is tame it. And I explained to you how that is done. And I hope you are going to do that. And with that said, my friend, I want to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video of how you can actually get rid of your limiting beliefs for 2021. My friend, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you give me a love, a like, and a comment in the comment section. If you're watching a replay, just put #replay, and so I can know that you're watching it there as well. And make sure you make your way over to KingsleyGrant.com/best year. Now go and take what you've inspired to do tonight to someone else. And when you do that, we say around here, we call that Kingspire. So go and Kingspire someone. My friend, I'm so thankful you take the time to watch. I want to say, with that said, my friend, peace out. God bless, and I'll see you on the flip side. Yeah.